Friends, gather round because tonight we're diving into the dumpster fire that is Trump's deportation policy. It's like he looked at the economy and thought, you know what this needs? Fewer workers. Since July 2023, Trump has been on a deportation spree, ramping up ICE raids and deploying troops to the border like it's a season finale of Homeland. Thousands of immigrants, many here for years, are being rounded up and shipped back. Now I know what some of you are thinking, John, isn't controlling immigration a good thing? Sure, in a vacuum maybe. But this isn't some carefully calibrated policy. It's a wrecking ball to the economy. The first punch landed in the gut of our agricultural sector. Crops are literally rotting in fields because there aren't enough hands to pick them. We're talking about a projected $9 billion loss in agricultural output. $9 billion. Someone tell Trump to hold his rallies in those empty fields. Maybe then he'll understand the term fruitless endeavor. And it's not just farms feeling the pain. Construction, stalled. Service industry, struggling. Restaurants can't find dishwashers, hotels can't find maids. It's like trying to run a kitchen with half the staff and a broken oven. The short-term damage is bad enough, but the long-term consequences? Hold on to your hats, folks. Economists are predicting a significant hit to GDP growth. Why? Because fewer workers mean less economic activity. It's Economics 101, and forget about innovation. Immigrants are more likely to start businesses and create jobs. Deporting our entrepreneurs is like burning our seed corn. Genius! Let's talk about who's really doing the heavy lifting in this country. Immigrants make up a huge chunk of our workforce, especially in industries Americans seem to have an aversion to. Agriculture, 40% of farm workers are immigrants. Construction? Try 33 to 64%, depending on the trade. Healthcare? 18%? Elder care? Don't even get me started. These aren't just statistics. These are the people who put food on our tables, roofs over our heads, and care for our loved ones. But hey, who needs them, right? Section 5, the price we all pay, inflation and shrinking wallets. So, less food production, fewer houses built, fewer people to care for the elderly. What does that mean for you and me? Inflation, baby. The price of everything goes up when there's less supply and the same or more demand. Get ready for your grocery bills, your rent, and your healthcare costs to skyrocket. And don't forget about lost tax revenue. Immigrants pay billions into Social Security and Medicare. Deport them, and guess who gets stuck footing the bill? That's right, the very people who cheered for this mess in the first place. Section 6, beyond the balance sheet, the human cost of deportation. But let's put aside the economic carnage for a moment and talk about the human cost. Families are being ripped apart, children are being traumatized. We're talking about real people here, not numbers on a spreadsheet. And the mental health toll, don't even get me started. The anxiety, the depression, the fear, it's heartbreaking. But hey, at least Trump's poll numbers are up, right? Section 7, a house divided, the politics of deportation. Because that's what this is really about, isn't it? Appealing to the basest instincts of a certain segment of the population. And let's be honest, fear-mongering about immigrants plays well with a certain crowd. Never mind the facts, never mind the economic devastation, never mind the human suffering. Thankfully, not everyone is buying into this nonsense. There are plenty of people, including some brave Republicans, who are calling out this policy for the disaster that it is. Section 8. Can the courts rein in the chaos? The good news is that several states are suing the administration over these deportations, arguing that they're unconstitutional and harmful. Let's hope the courts see this policy for what it is: cruel, unnecessary, and economically disastrous. Because if this is what making America great again looks like, I'd hate to see what making America a desolate wasteland looks like. Section 9. A nation built on immigrants. Time for a reality check. America was built by immigrants. It's in our DNA. We are a nation of strivers, of dreamers, of people who came here looking for a better life. To turn our backs on that legacy, to slam the door on those who seek the same opportunities our ancestors did, well, it's not just un-American, it's economic suicide. So let's get a grip, America. Let's stop pretending that deporting our way to prosperity is a viable strategy. It's time for some common sense, some compassion, and maybe, just maybe, a little bit of that old American spirit of welcoming the stranger. That's the America I want to live in.